It is now time for What's Hot, where we talk about the stories that have us all talking.
Today we're joined by Susie Falk with the Falk Group PR, plus career coach Amanda Goralski is here. So an investigation by our colleagues at WTMJ 620 found the Milwaukee Police Department is way understaffed. This is actually the wrong video that you're looking at right now. Records show the department is lacking more than 150 officers. Alderman Bob Donovan says that number could actually be even higher. He's saying something like 275 missing officers. Funding supposedly is there. People want Chief Flynn and others to, or the union does, the police union wants them to demand these officers.
I think there are two problems here. I think that the first came with the mayor's budget, and it's my understanding that we have 100 fewer police officers on the street because of the 2011 budget. So that's the mayor's doing. And then we also have this situation, which I'm glad you have reporters out there looking into this, because I don't have any idea why these positions aren't being filled. I guess, in terms of crime and statistics, let's look at response rates. And if people are having the emergency personnel and police officers show up at their door in a timely manner, then I don't think we have necessarily an issue. But if there's lag times, and it could be your reporting has figured this out, then we've got a big, serious problem on our hands, folks.
I completely agree. I think that it is pretty scary knowing that we're lacking that many police officers that are out there and being advocates for our safety, because I would love to see the crime numbers to see if they have gone down, which I don't really think that they have. So it is pretty scary, and I hope things change and change pretty quickly.
Well, the police department puts these numbers out on a regular basis. Every time a story like this comes out, they point to crime numbers that have decreased. They are seeing year to year decreases in crime despite the fact these positions have not been filled. Are they just working more efficiently? I mean, how would you explain that? The numbers are going down even though these positions are open.
Well, it's probably a lot of measures that the city has put into place. Better lighting. You've got situations where people feel more comfortable going downtown. There's more of a residential feel to the downtown. I'm up in Bayside. We've always probably had an issue of too many police. I see these cops, and I really don't know what they do up in Bayside. But in downtown, and I was talking to the folks from the 3rd Ward, there just isn't a lot of issues going on right now. So I can't explain it, except that there certainly are some measures that are seemingly to be effective. And again, I think it's all about response times, folks. And if we have good response times, then there's not necessarily a problem, and maybe we don't need to fill those jobs. You also think about people that go into the cops that go into the schools, and there's probably a lot less of that going on, which is too bad, but it is the times.
Okay, let's leave that topic there. Coming up next, let's talk about the man who developed a startup company into the biggest corporation in America. Steve Jobs leaves behind something huge, pretty big shoes to fill. So will Apple be able to keep the company moving forward? We've got more hot topics coming up.
Here's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go where no Milwaukeean has gone before. And it's all for a very good cause. Rappel down the side of the City Center at 735 downtown. On Friday, October 7th at 735 North Water Street, to support the athletes of Special Olympics Wisconsin. To reserve your spot to go over the edge, visit us today at SpecialOlympicsWisconsin.org.
Small-scale furniture that's perfect for apartments, condos, small homes, and senior living isn't easy to find. But at Built Right Furniture, you'll find a great selection. So get to Built Right today, Wisconsin's small-scale furniture specialist.
You gotta get to Built Right today.
At D&M Heating and Air Conditioning, at your service is more than just a slogan. It reflects decades of quality service and customers who only choose D&M.
D&M at your service.
Are you living with hearing loss? Don't ignore the problem any longer. Call the Hearing Center at Advanced Ear, Nose, and Throat Specialists. Dr. Gwen Kandula, board-certified doctor of audiology, provides the most comprehensive hearing aid options in Wisconsin. The Hearing Center is the only practice in the state offering the revolutionary invisible hearing aid.
You or a loved one is suffering with hearing loss. Call us at the Hearing Center at Advanced Ear, Nose, and Throat Specialists.
And discover what it's like to hear clearly again.
Learn more at advent.md.
Find your perfect smile with Dr. Fakler and Invisalign. Dr. Fakler is one of only a few area providers of this state-of-the-art procedure, customized specifically for you. It's invisible, it's removable, and it will change your life. And with convenient hours and location, Dr. Fakler will change the way you think about dentistry.
Going to the dentist shouldn't hurt. I'm Dr. Fakler. Give us a call today.
414-475-0588 today.
Right now, a loved one is being taken care of. Right now, that loved one is comfortable at home. At Quality Home Healthcare, they understand home is where you want to be. Skilled and non-skilled nursing services, critical care nursing, wound care, IV therapy, ventilator management, and other specialty services. They're committed to providing total care and well-being, all in the comfort and privacy of your own home. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Home is where you want to be. Let Quality Home Healthcare help you stay there. Now, there's a quick, non-surgical option to looking years younger. Ultherapy, the first FDA-approved treatment that lifts brows, eliminates jowls, and tightens the neck. Quintessa Aesthetic Center, directed and led by Dr. Andrew Campbell, is one of the first in the country to offer this revolutionary new treatment, which uses ultrasound technology to deliver energy deep into the tissue, tightening skin from the inside out. It takes less than an hour, there's no downtime, and it's less expensive than surgery. Call Quintessa for your complimentary consultation today.
Join us for New Home Building Today. You'll learn how Kingsway homes are designed and see how they're constructed. Sunday morning at 10:30 on today's TMJ4.
Hey, it's 3:46. I wanted to congratulate us, at least in Milwaukee. Kind of an indicator for a lot of southeastern Wisconsin. You made it to 80. Why is that a big deal? Because we haven't made it to 80 since September 12th when it was 87. Lots of 60s, 50s, couple 70s in there, so it feels nice. Great day to shut the roof at Miller Park. No, Steve's over there yelling not. We don't make the decisions. That's Major League Baseball, but right now it's open. But it will be closing, I'm sure, shortly. And I'm sure you'll hear the boos from where you're sitting right now. 76. Current temperature in Milwaukee, average high 63. So there we are, that high of 80. We're going to see more temperatures close to this as we go through the next couple of days, unless you're right by the lake. Cools down a little bit there. Look at Billings, 50. Yeah, big changes are on the way, but not yet. Right now, the lake has cooled Milwaukee back down to 76, 71. Lake cooled degrees. We're seeing around 70 in Sheboygan. In Fond du Lac, Whitewater, 83 degrees. So 80s on that map with dew points, upper 50s, middle 50s, lower 50s. Around where our low temperatures will be tonight. So it's not going to be a cool night. It's not going to be a warm night. Just kind of a pretty comfortable night, actually. Satellite radar, there's a big low pressure out to our west, bringing snow to the Rockies. That's where our big change is, but that's not going to make it here for a while. Future forecast showing things quiet the rest of the night. As we go through your Saturday, still looking quiet. Far northwestern Wisconsin could see a shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon. There we are going into Saturday night. Sunday, look at, we're still quiet, but you see that low pressure getting a little bit closer to us, but not tonight. Mostly clear, 58 degrees. Maybe a little bit of dew through the overnight hours for your lawn. Tomorrow, 77 by the lake, becoming a bit cooler there. Waukesha, 81. Still a little bit breezy at times like we're seeing today. Some of those gusts over 20 miles per hour, but it's not going to be a big windstorm by any means. A Sunday looking beautiful again, 74. Still dry on Monday, and then a chance of a little light rain on Tuesday and Wednesday. Nothing that would be too heavy, and then it's back to reality, you guys. Thursday and Friday, 60s, 50s, but that's October. We have weather like that.
It's yo-yo.
Is that what we call it? All right.
Yo-yo weather.
Giovanni. Oh, sorry. Brewers.
All right, Fish. We got some breaking news to tell you about now. Chopper 4 is over Shaniqua, the area of Shaniqua. This is Highway 83 and Beaver Road. We've got a car versus dump truck in this intersection.
No indication yet of how severe injuries are, but one hint may be Flight for Life was called to the scene and then canceled. Looks like they might be able to convey them from the scene with the injuries they have by ambulance instead of helicopter. Again, we've got Chopper 4 overhead. We'll bring you updates on that scene as the situation warrants.
And now more of What's Hot.
Again, we're joined by Susie Falk and career coach Amanda Goralski. While the world continues to mourn Steve Jobs, who died of cancer this week, new executives of Apple have a big task at hand. How will this multi-billion-dollar company keep moving forward?
How would you like to fill his shoes?
Those are some huge shoes.
I mean, I don't care how smart you are or how many ideas you have. It's going to be tough to do.
But that's just it. I don't think that we can truly compare Tim Cook to Steve Jobs. I mean, it's not fair, and everybody has a different way of approaching situations and leading companies, but I'm pretty confident that Steve Jobs picked the right person for the job and has equipped him since he's been gone to lead successfully Apple in the direction that Steve would have led them.
Yeah, Tim Cook being the current CEO of Apple.
Well, the analysts are really split right now. You got them about 50-50. Here's the thing about Steve Jobs. He was an incredible visionary. You know, he had an amazing sense of style, the ability to communicate with his staff and then to reach out to these millions of people around the country. And also, his marketing sense was amazing. And it's very, very hard to package all that. Plus, he was an absolute brilliant tech guy. So to package all that in one individual is going to be very challenging. But you look at some of the amazing companies we've had over the years. You know, Disney's been all right. Ford has done okay. I think that we'll probably have some bumps along the way, but I think Apple will be around for a long time.
Third topic, guys, the world's first so-called fat tax happening in Denmark. The surcharge is being slapped on items like butter, cheese, milk, pizza. Some of those products seeing a 35% increase in cost. Other countries done something similar. They're taxing pop and candy, but Denmark is the first one to do this kind of
You tax my pizza and I come for you.
Yeah. This is a shame because they're basing this on a study back from 2001 that was looking at both kinds of fats, you know, the trans fats and then the good fats. And we all know that there are healthy fats that we all should be eating. So I think this is a bad premise, and I think there are a lot of really very upset folks over in that country that don't want to pay the extra money for.
So not a good way to curb obesity?
Not a good way.
Well, I believe that there needs to be something done to really get a handle on the obesity around the world. But I just don't know if taxing butter and cheese and milk is really what's going to start, you know, turning the needle the other way.
There's not an obesity problem in that country either, for the most part.
I know exactly.
They're
more here.
It's 10%. It's 33% in this country.
So is it just a way for the government to make money? Because I mean, people are still going to buy their butter. They're still going to have their dairy.
Yeah, they're taxing sugar right now, sugar products. So I think it's just another way of stop-gapping the problem over there.
Right. I agree.
Thank you both for joining us this Friday afternoon. We will take a quick break. We're going to be right back.